Hi everyone. It was nice to see you all out at Crabtree today. I wish the weather could have been a little bit nicer for us, so we could have taken a little bit more time to see that everything Crabtree has to offer. But I'm also happy that we were able to get through as quickly as we did to sort of get out of the rain and the mosquito bites. I know they were really bad today. So I promised you all that I would send you a quick video with instructions on how to do the data analysis for this particular lab. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you species from one of the ecosystems, the forest ecosystem, and I'm going to show you how to calculate the number of runs, and then from there we will flip the page over and talk about that data table at the bottom real quick.
Okay, so let's say I went to the forest and these were the species that I found. And again, you'll notice that every time we encountered a different species, we wrote it down. And also in some instances, for example here, I came across chipmunks twice. So they weren't in the same spot, but I came across them again later on. So the number of runs, which we're going to write down right here for each of these ecosystems, is quite simply each time you see a new species, it counts as a new run. However, if you have back-to-back the same species, that's the same run. So starting at the top here, I saw some nuthatches, that's run number 1. The blue jay is run number 2. The chipmunk, now I saw chipmunks back to back, so they're the same run. So that's run number 3 together because it's the same species. But now I saw a new species, woodpeckers, that's run number 4. The toad is number 5. A chipmunk again, but I saw species in between, so that's a different run, 6. And finally the black-capped chickadee is 7. Okay, so what I have here is in this particular area, I have 7 wildlife runs. And again, it goes by every time we encounter a new species, we come across a different run. Because the chipmunks here were seen one right after the other, they constitute the same run. So now if you flip your page over, we're going to be calculating what's called this sequential wildlife rating index. And it's a really, really simple calculation. For each of your ecosystems, all you're going to do is you're going to take the number of runs that you had, and you're going to divide it by the number of individuals you had. So flipping back here, I had 7 runs, right? And I had 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I had 13 individuals. So to calculate my sequential wildlife rating, I would simply take 7 divided by 13. Ooh, that was a really funny looking 3. My apologies, everybody. I don't know why it turned out so horrible. All right, so 7 out of 13 is our wildlife rating, and if I do the calculation on that real quick, it's about a 0.53. Okay, so down here in my table, I would go to forest. I'm going to write that number, which was again 0.53. I'm also going to include the number of species that I found. So the number of species is not necessarily the same thing as the number of runs or the number of individuals. So this is actually just the number of different types of things we're seeing here. So I saw 1 species, 2 species, chipmunks are 3, woodpeckers 4, the toad is 5, and the black-capped chickadee is 6. So there were 6 different things that I saw in my runs. Okay, so I'm going to put that here under number of species. Again, number of individuals was 13. And last but not least, it's asking for this qualitative term. I go to this table right here. I find the number of species that I had, which I had 6, so I'm in this particular column. And then I look at my wildlife rating. So my wildlife rating was a 0.53. So 0.53 puts me right here, and my qualitative term is poor quality. So then I would write down right here next to this poor quality. And, oops. Well, I didn't do that very well. But in any case, that's it. So you're going to do that for all 4 of those different ecosystems. And then what I'd like you to do is I would like you to take a picture of this page and send it to me sometime this week. Thanks, everybody.